Alright guys, probably going to be a shorter video today. I'm waiting on a package to come in from Amazon, so I'll do an unboxing and show you what I'm going to do with that. And then got a couple errands to run, and then I'm going to make dinner tonight. That's what I'm doing, make dinner. So it's probably going to be a fairly short video, but we'll see. Come along for the ride. Guys, I was going to do a quick video about my Ninja blender that I have. I got it for Christmas. It's been a great gift. I've used it pretty much every day. And I make smoothies with it. And it's not a meal replacement smoothie, and it's not like a protein smoothie. This is simply just more calories for my day. One complaint that a lot of people have about a vegan diet is that they feel hungry all the time, or they just never felt full. And that's because the volume of food, the amount of food on your plate, has less calories in it. And calories tend to be what your body, your stomach uses to tell you that you're full, that you're getting enough food or energy. And so I do the shakes simply to fill in some of that gap between how many calories, to fill in the gap between how many calories I'm getting and how many calories I need. And so it's pretty simple. It's real quick. I just use one banana and actually break it up into a few pieces, and you can use 2 bananas, but the milkshakes start to get pretty dense, and the Ninja doesn't like super thick things. It turns out more like ice cream. And then, real simple, quick, just pre-mixed, I think they even call these, you can find these at Walmart, they call them like even smoothie blends. Just any tropical fruits. I'm going to use whatever I've got. Sometimes I'll add blueberries or use another mix or anything. But you want to leave a little bit of space. There is a max fill line, but you don't want to fill it with fruit up to that line because you need more room for the milk. This is great for your rice milks or the oat milks that I've made in previous videos. I just happen to be out of it. I'm going to do more of that later, but you've already seen that. So I simply fill it up to that max fill line. And it's pretty simple. You just got to make sure that it does go on there, screw on there level. But you simply screw it on. Oh, I forgot something. They usually put in these. Not just the fruit. I add some flaxseed in there as well. I know it's one of the quote-unquote vegan things to do for diet is to add flaxseed to help get that omega-3s. And I've heard, I haven't researched it, so don't quote me on this, but I've heard that there's been some new research about how, some new research going on about how essential omega-3s may or may not be and whether it's actually necessary to supplement something to get your omega-3s. So, and then the blender, you simply set it in place. Make sure it's plugged in, set it in place, and turn it and press down. And then the blades come right off. Put them in the sink. Don't let that stuff sit on there. Be sure to rinse those off pretty quickly before it dries, because it just makes it a little more of a pain to clean off, especially the little canister here. You'll get some, I promise. If you let the smoothie, when you're done, if you let the residue dry in there, takes a little extra work to clean it out. So just be sure to rinse it out as soon as you're done. It's great. So there we got our smoothie. Well, my Amazon app just said that we had a package delivered, so let's open this door and find out. There it is. Alright, so big exciting new thing for us. We've got a new car seat. Little mister over there has gotten too big for his little infant car seat. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the box. And then we're going to try to install it. I find it funny watching those unboxing videos where they start commenting on, oh, well, see the packaging, this and that, and I like it, I don't like it. It's just a box of styrofoam. This one actually is not. So this looks pretty simple. Alright. And we are done. Alright, so there's a car seat. Oh, you had all sorts of wonderful things to say a second ago. As soon as I turned the camera on, of course, just Mr. Fussy Pants. Seems like that's in there pretty secure. Now, add one baby. Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing something real quick and easy. Again, we're still in the China Study Quick and Easy Cookbook. This one's on page 182. It's a couscous with mint, pine nuts, and chickpeas. Now, the only thing about this recipe with the pine nuts is that it can be pretty expensive considering what you get for it, but everything else is fairly cheap for this recipe. So, first thing you do, I've already got it a little bit started here. Bring 3 cups of vegetable broth or stock up to a boil. So I've got that going right now. I'm going to start putting all the rest of the ingredients together and then we'll come right back. Alright, that didn't take long at all. So now we take 1.5 cups of couscous. We add it to the boiling water. Double check. You add the couscous, put the lid on it, and remove it from the heat. So once you bring it to a boil, add the couscous, take it off the burner, put the lid on it. It says let set for 5 minutes until all the water or vegetable stock is absorbed. Okay, and while that's going, just want to talk a little bit. I am actually out of one of the ingredients that's supposed to go in this. It's supposed to have coriander, which I don't have, so I just looked up, and a good substitute for coriander is cumin, or cumin, however you want to say it. I say cumin. So, now though you're going to find pretty much going through these cookbooks, the China Study cookbooks, as well as the Happy Herbivore cookbooks, you generally use cumin, coriander, oregano, parsley, and thyme. That's going to be the staple of what you use to season these dishes with. And the other thing this recipe calls for is fresh mint, which with herbs, things like mint, cilantro, parsley, basil, those things, I really don't like to buy the fresh herbs because I generally use a tiny bit, a tablespoon, a quarter cup, and then the rest of it just goes bad. So, especially, I actually couldn't find fresh mint. So I had to buy the dried fresh mint, but also it saves a lot of money, saves on the waste, and you generally use less. So this recipe calls for a quarter cup of fresh mint. Well, that's going to boil down probably something closer to like a couple, maybe a tablespoon, maybe 2. So we're going to give that a shot with 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon, we'll see how it tastes, maybe add another. Alright, so that timer went off, and we're gonna see what this couscous looks like. Well, there we go. Hold that up there for you so you can see. Let's make sure. Yep. All the moisture, all the liquid has been absorbed. You get a nice fluffy couscous. And couscous is one of those things that seems that if you mention a vegan diet, a lot of people think couscous. Oh, well, you're gonna eat like a dish with couscous in it, or lentils, or there's something about grains. For some reason, that you seem to get a lot of flack for. That's what people associate a non-vegan diet, along with tofu and soy dishes, and then grains. You know, it's weird that we want to eat stuff that's good for us. That's another topic altogether. So, like I said, we are substituting. Watch your head, buddy. In this dish, the coriander, we're substituting it with cumin, just because that's what I got. So it's 2 teaspoons. 1 can of garbanzo beans, drained and rinsed. There you go. Then I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of dried mint. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of fresh mint. And then it says 3 tablespoons of toasted pine nuts. I haven't toasted these, but we're going to go ahead and use them. Next one, a zest of a lemon. This is something I hate. Is something that requires only a tiny portion of the whole thing. Lemons, I know they're only like 50 cents a piece, but if I only need a zest of it, I'm pretty much wasting that lemon because I'm not going to have sweet tea or anything like that anytime soon. So I'm just going to very gently sprinkle some lemon juice in there and call it good. And then a little salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to stir it all in, fluff it in. All right, now that all thoroughly mixed, I'm going to go ahead and taste it. Still a little warm, but it is very good. I'm going to add a little more mint, so I'll say a little more. I'm going to double what's in there. I'm going to make that up to 2 tablespoons of mint. See if I can really bring out that mint flavor. And I think it needs a little bit more salt. That's definitely very minty, maybe a little too much. So experiment with it, work with it. It's going to be okay. Let's compare picture to picture. So in the book, that's what it looks like. And then this is what I have. So, fairly similar, except I don't know what those little red specks are there in the book that they used. I don't have any of those things. So, I don't know, but it's still delicious. I'll plate it up, show you what it looks like. Alright guys, talking quietly because I just put the little one down for bed, but thanks for coming along with me today. I've got a big one coming up here in a couple days. I'm going to be going to New York City. Somebody meeting some friends there hanging out, and so I'll try to do maybe some restaurant reviews or something, looking for places to eat there in New York City. That's always fun. I enjoy going. So thanks for coming by today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Find me on Facebook, and I am going to be renaming this channel. Still trying to come up with the concept for that. So be looking for that here in the future real soon. Thanks again. Bye.